welcome in the online classes of biology. So as you all know that we are discussing about lesson the cell, the unit of life. And in my previous lecture I told you about protoplasm. The protoplasm constitute of cytoplasm and nucleus. And today we are going to discuss about our first topic, which is cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is the part of the protoplasm and it does not compare with the protoplasm. It is just a part of the protoplasm and it consists of three important parts: plasma lemma, tonoplast, and also the third part, which is portion of cytoplasm enclosed by plasma lemma. That part is also considered inside the cytoplasm. So all these things constitute together and form cytoplasm of the cell. After that came the second topic or the another part, which is plasma membrane. We have to study all these topics inside cytoplasm. So what is plasma membrane? Plasma membrane is also known as cell membrane and it is the outer part of the cell. This is discovered by Nageli and Kramer in 1885 and was called as plasma lemma by Plough. And there are several models which are accepted to the structure of plasma membrane, because the structure of plasma membrane is quite complicated, and to discuss that structure several scientists gave several types of methods or several types of models to discuss the structure of plasma membrane. So the first model was sandwich model, which was given by Davison and Danieli, and according to this model the plasma membrane appears like a sandwich, that proteins are enclosed inside and the phospholipids are present in the outer part, and that also polar heads of both lipid layers join together, and therefore the sandwich like structure is formed. Therefore the first model which is discovered for the structure of plasma membrane is sandwich model. The second model is Robertson concept of unit membrane. He suggested that plasma membrane constitute of unit membrane, that is a single cell membrane, and it is a bimolecular lipid leaflet surrounding sandwich between outer and inner layers. The configuration is like protein, phospholipid, then protein, then phospholipid and then protein. Protein, phospholipid, phospholipid, protein. That configuration is present in the unit membrane of the plasma membrane. After that came the third model, which is the most widely accepted and widely popular, that is fluid mosaic model. You have to learn this model very carefully because this is the most important model. The fluid mosaic model, which was suggested by Singer and Nicholson. In this model they have suggested that two types of protein, that is peripheral or extrinsic protein, and the second is integral or intrinsic proteins are present in the outer region, and inside phospholipid layer is present between these two membranes, and also chain of glycogenesis, pores, all these things are present. And this model is the mostly accepted and the most important model of plasma membrane, which is fluid mosaic model. The second thing which we are going to discuss is chemical composition of plasma membrane. Chemical composition of plasma membrane. Several types of chemicals are present which forms the plasma membrane, because plasma membrane is the outer part and it is the most important because it has to protect the cell from external environment. So different type of chemicals are also present. First thing is proteins of plasma membrane. Different types of protein. The first is extrinsic or peripheral proteins, the proteins which are present in the peripheral region, and the second one is intrinsic or integral proteins which are present in the integral part. Both the proteins are present and both the proteins are very important in the formation of plasma membrane. So the first chemical is proteins, which are of two types, intrinsic, and the second one is extrinsic. After that, the second also very important are lipids. Lipids are also present in the plasma membrane. Different lipids like phospholipid, sterols, cholesterol, phytosterols, all these lipids are present in the composition of plasma membrane. After that, we have to discuss about the second part, which is tonoplast. After the plasma membrane, there came a tonoplast, which is also known as vacuolar membrane. This tonoplast is just like a plasma lemma. It is also made up of unit membrane and it is selectively permeable. That means it does not allow all particles to pass through it, but only selected particles, selected things can pass through it. After that, we have to discuss about functions of cell membrane. As I told you that plasma membrane is also known as cell membrane. So we have to discuss its functions of cell membrane. What are the functions of cell membrane? The cell membrane, the first thing which it does is it provides support, mechanical support to the cell and gives the shape of the cell and shape of other cell organelles and it multicellular organism. It is very important because it helps to recognize each other. Cell membranes which protein function in enzymes, for example mitochondrial membrane carries respiratory chain and other membranes. So this membrane is very important to provide mechanical support, to provide shape and to provide electron transport system and also to provide different kinds of shape to the cell organelles and to the cell. Transport across cell organelles also occurs. The transport of channel proteins and the transport of carrier proteins, both the transport is done inside the cell. After that, the transport in channel protein and the transport in another protein. After the bulk transport, which is a very important transport, bulk transport is occur in the cell with the help of cell membrane. This transport you have studied earlier also in the previous classes. So bulk transport involves two processes. The first process is endocytosis and the second one is exocytosis. So what is endocytosis and what is exocytosis? The entry of different substances inside the cell membrane or inside the plasma membrane, that process is called endocytosis, and the exit of different types of substances through the cell membrane is known as exocytosis. The process of endocytosis involves two parts: pinocytosis and the second word is phagocytosis. Pinocytosis is the entry of liquid substances and phagocytosis is the entry of solid substances. Both these entries occurs. The entries of liquid particles known as pinocytosis and the entries of solid particles known as phagocytosis, and the whole process is known as endocytosis, and the exit of all particles is known as exocytosis. After that, we are going to discuss our next topic, and our next topic of today is part of cytoplasm in between plasma membrane and vacuolar membrane. I told you about two parts: plasma membrane and also about second part, which is tonoplast. And between these parts there are several organelles or several parts are present which we have to discuss today, which are like ground plasm, cytosol, cell organelles which are metabolic active, and cell inclusions which are metabolic inactive. These two things are very important. These structures are very important. The cytoplasm contains a variety of substances. Between this ground plasma is present, which is also known as cytosol, and which is also very important for this cell. And after that, we have to discuss about structures which are present in cytoplasm. So there are two types of very important structure present in the cytoplasm. Number one is cell organelles. organelles. These are metabolically active, and cell inclusions are dead, which are metabolically inactive. Different type of cell organelles are there. The first category is semi-autonomous organelles, that organelles which have their own DNA and ribosome for machinery of proteins like plastids, leucoplast, chromoplast, mitochondria. And the second one is non-autonomous cell organelles like organelles which are bounded by double unit membrane, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, organelles bounded by single unit membrane like lysosomes, peroxisomes, chromosomes, and organelles lacking any binding membrane like ribosomes or other granules. So this is about, and then next thing is metabolically inactive cell or inclusions. The organelles which are active are cell organelles and which are inactive are cell inclusions. So these cell inclusions involves three types: reserve food material, reserve food material. This is the first category of cell inclusion, which include carbohydrates, fats, oils, nitrogenous matter, and the second is secretory products. That means that product which came from the secretion of any organelle. That are secretory products, which are the second part of cell inclusions like coloring matter, enzymes, nectar, etc. And the third one is excretory product. Excretory product, that is the wastes like alkaloids, glycosides, latex, gums, mineral crystals. So today we have discussed about the plasma lemma. That plasma lemma has the outer part, plasma membrane, for which three models are suggested. The first one is sandwich model, second one is unit membrane model, and the third one, which is most important, is fluid mosaic model by Singer and Nicholson. After that, we have discussed about the structure of plasma